Go.
Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey.
It's your president and your VP back once again with another review for you guys. This time it's going to be a book review. Take it away.
Night of the Twisters. Now, you guys already know, we've covered a Lifetime movie called Night of the Twisters, and it's actually based off of this book by Ivy Ruckman, and it was written in 1984. And I will be going over the plot of the book, which is similar to the movie in many ways, but also not. So, I'll be doing a breakdown of the book and telling you what the movie basically did differently than what the book did. So, here I go. So the book basically starts off with Dan kind of reliving the memories. The beginning of the book and the ending of the book take place 1 year after the Night of the Twisters tornado outbreak, which happened in Grand Island, Nebraska, which actually happened in June instead of the fall, like the book depicts. So that's another thing the movie got wrong, was it actually happened in June. In fact, it even says in the summary of the back of the book here, June. So, anyways, so like I said, he's living back on it, and he's telling us that there are red letter days, and then there's black letter days. And this particular day happens to be both. The fact that it's a red letter day, the fact that he wins a new bike. And it's a black letter day because, well, tornadoes.
That would be a black letter day in anybody's life.
Yeah. So, anyways, so the book then goes back into 1 year into the past, where he's basically in a bike race, like the movie opens up with. He's in a bike race, and he actually comes 53rd, which is 2 places before dead last. So, yeah, yeah.
Which is different than the movie, because in the movie, he doesn't finish at all.
No, he doesn't.
Because his bike gets wrecked.
Yeah. But that was because people were stupid enough to throw footballs in the middle of the street. But again, that's part of the movie. So then afterwards, he then goes to a swimming hole with his friend Arthur, and they're kind of coming back, and then they run into his Arthur's older sister Stacy, which she's 14, and I would like to mention that Dan is actually 12 in this instead of 14. Like in the movie, which, again, I'm trying to comprehend, why did they age him up? I think it was because of Devon Sawa being 14. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, why age up the character when he's 12 years old in the book? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, to be fair, it's only 2 years, guys. So it's not like it was from 12 to, say, 18.
Yeah. But, anyways, maybe it was to maybe it was to close the gap on his love interest or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Anyways, so they then go to his house, where then they are having dinner. I would also like to mention the fact that, Arthur in the movie is white. He's white with curly black hair and is a little overweight, but not really. In the book, he actually has darker skin tones and curly black hair, and is actually pretty heavy set, which is something I would like to point out. I found that pretty interesting, where I'm just like, wow, book, really? Come on. Come on, movie.
Well, to be fair, again, books have to give you a literary, descriptive narrative of what's happening, whereas a movie will give you a visual narrative.
Yeah. So I thought I'd like to point that out. Book is very descriptive, though. Like, when it comes to, like, the tornadoes themselves, it's very descriptive of what's happening to, like, Dan's house when the first tornado hits. By the way, there were 7 instead of, I think it was 15 in the movie. There were actually 7 tornadoes in the actual outbreak instead of 15 like in the movie. Again, drama purposes.
Now that's pretty freaky in its own right, because full disclosure for those of you out there who might watch this in the future, we live in the Branson area, which is not that far from Joplin, which back in 2010 got hit with 2011 got hit with a pretty devastating tornado. In fact, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of it in about 2 months.
Yeah. So, fun fact, and we also are kind of bordering the edge of Tornado Alley, which people who live in Tornado Alley, they're just like, oh yeah. By the way, this takes place in Nebraska. Again, Tornado Alley, so it's pretty common. But really, so then he goes to his house, which then he kind of hangs out there with his little brother Ryan. Another thing I would like to mention is that Jack Hatch, which in the movie is his stepfather, is actually his real dad. Again, it was probably for dramatic purposes, but he said that in the movie, his real dad died in a plane accident, but really his dad is actually his real dad in the book. So I thought I'd like to point that out and mention that. So then afterwards, then it happens. All heck breaks loose. There are 2 tornado sirens, by the way. 2 of them. There are 2 of these darn tornado sirens, which should be a clear indicator that you should go to your basement when you have a tornado siren. Mom's looking at me like, why are you doing this again? It's so I can have more time, Mom, okay? So, anyways, there are 2 tornado sirens that go off, which should be a clear indicator that you should go to your basement.
Why did you just repeat the line 3 times in a row?
I don't care. I'm trying to emphasize that there are 2 of the tornado sirens go off 2 times, and then finally...
This is what I have to deal with, guys. This right here. Now, keep it going.
Okay. So, afterwards, then they see, oh, there's a tornado warning on the TV. So they finally go to the basement, and then, yeah, like I said, all heck breaks loose. The tornado comes and goes, zoom, and then his house basically then gets destroyed. It's devastated. Boom. Done.
Nothing is left standing. Wizard of Oz levels as far as the house being completely totaled, guys.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. A tree has fallen over, basically, got uprooted. I think it's like an S4, the tornado that hits his house. And then his pipes burst, which starts filling up the basement with water, so they have to get out of there fast before, well, they drown. And so then they find an opening where Stacy's there. She's like, come on, guys, we need to get out of here. And then they do. And then they go to Miss Smiley's house, which is, in the movie, is his grandmother, but really it's just his neighbor, who's the oldest person alive in the town. They go to her house, they rescue her, they get her out of the basement, and then then afterwards they then go with an officer named Officer Kelly, who then, again, at this point in time, all heck breaks loose again. There's another tornado following them. The cop car just barely makes it out in time, but it does flip over. It flips over, crushes the glass, flips over again. And mind you, the officer wears glasses, and so the glass lens actually breaks in his eye and breaks. His glasses lens actually break, and some glass actually gets into his eye. And yeah, yikes. That's like, yeah, yikes. Which again is just crazy. So then Dan has to drive to the emergency command post, where then there's really nothing much that happens. They stay in a jail cell, and then the National Guard kind of comes in and helps cleans everything up, helps rebuild. And then it goes to 1 year later, where he's then remembering the events that have unfolded and how this night changed his life forever, and how he's basically lucky to be alive, because let's face it, there were 7 tornadoes that hit this small town in Nebraska. And then the book ends with that. And I would also like to mention that in the book, the chapters are broken down by timestamps. So you see those broken down when you get to a new chapter.
Okay, so what's your rating for this book?
5 out of 5. Highly recommend it.
Now, let me interject for a minute again. Okay. And didn't you say that this was kind of a rare book to find?
Oh, yes, it was, actually, because I remember I actually wanted to read this 2 years ago at my junior high library, so they tried to get it, but they couldn't, because they couldn't get the book because it was sold out and they stopped actually printing copies of the book. So it is actually very rare, but I got this for $4.99 on Amazon. And I have a special announcement to make. So I'm going to make it right now. I actually got 2 of them. So I'm going to be giving this one away. This one's mine. I'm going to be giving this one away because Amazon screwed something up in the delivery process and lost this one, and then sent me this one, and then I got sent this one after they found it, and so now I have 2 of them, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with the other one, so I'm going to give it out. So if you ever run into me saying, "Hey, I want a free book," I'll hand it to you and be like, "Here you go. Here's your free book." So that's the giveaway.
Well, maybe we could do it a little bit differently, and the first 5 people that leave a comment on this video about the book, maybe we could do it that way.
Okay.
And then draw from there, because most of our subscribers are from this area anyway. So, but on the other hand, should he see you in school and you decide you want it after watching the video, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to give it to you. On the same hand, I'll also point out that while it is a somewhat rare book, it's not really that rare because it was just $4.99. It's rare in the fact that they don't print the book anymore. So, there's that.
Yeah, they don't print the book anymore, which means that if you want the book, you actually have to get the original printed copy that came out originally, which this is the original cover of the book. This is not like some edited.
A reprint?
A reprint, yeah. So actually, I realized we're upon the 40th anniversary of this book.
That's pretty significant in its own right.
Yeah.
So, guys, I think that about does it for this. You got any more to say about it?
No. But I do.
However, if you have read the book, because we always do these in all our videos, which I haven't, but I might get around to reading it too eventually. If you have read it...
Hold on. Before you say that, I would like to mention that this book is actually meant for 8 to 11 years old people. So if you find that a lot of the vocabulary is like not like suited for your level, I get it that you wouldn't want to read like a children's novel, but again, it's meant for that. So of course it's going to have. So of course the plot is going to. You know.
So, with that having been said, if you've read the book and you think it's a pile of garbage, well, that's just your opinion. And as always...
You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. But as always, just remember, we're just 2 idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So, having said that, guys, tune in Friday, where we're going to be doing Walker, the Return of Walker, guys. It's back, March 11th. So March 12th, look for that. And we're also going to be doing the newest Scooby-Doo and the newest Tom and Jerry for you guys out there.
And Lifetime.
And Lifetime.
So we got 4 videos.
We'll have a slew of content for you guys. So we'll see you guys next time. And until then, just remember, peace and love from Denny and Son. And if you guys are wondering why I'm bandaged up, it's because I suffered a few burns at my job. So
yeah. And
with having said that, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.